is a basic guide to the marimba. But before we start, please consider subscribing and ringing that desk bell. There's only 5% of my viewers have subscribed. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. One of the most important things about the marimba is the range, how many notes it has. Some marimbas have a smaller range and some have a larger range. If you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend going over 4 octaves and a quarter, as I've got here, because they're just very expensive and the low notes don't even get used that much anyway. I also wouldn't go below 3 octaves, as you won't have that much room to use 4 mallets, which we'll talk about doing later. Another big thing for deciding which marimba you want is the type of wood used in the bars. There are 2 main options for this: rosewood and synthetic. This marimba here is made from rosewood. Some benefits of rosewood are that it makes a better sound, and just the quality of the sound is a lot nicer. If you use synthetic wood, it can be brought outside, as opposed to rosewood not being able to. But synthetic wood doesn't produce as good as the sound. Another important thing about ordering your marimba is to check how many mallets it comes with. Some marimbas only come with 2 mallets, if any. I would suggest a minimum of 4 mallets, so make sure to order some from the website so that they're the same, so that you can play with 4 mallets. A thing that people find very hard about playing the marimba is holding 4 mallets at once. A very easy way to do this is by putting the mallets down and crossing them over like this. Then simply take your 3 fingers, put them on one side, your index finger in the middle and your thumb in the right, if it's with your left hand. Obviously do it the other way with your right hand. Then you can see you can just hold it like this, and the other side. You can expand the mallets from each other by just doing this, basically. And then you can close them in with your thumb. I find this way the easiest, but some people would prefer to put 4 fingers on the outside and the thumb on the inside, like this. Some people find this method a bit easier, but I prefer to use it like this. If the marimba is your first instrument, the notes are laid out very simply. It's exactly the same as a piano, if you know how they work. So the first note is C. You can identify C because it's where the 2 top notes are, and it's at the left of them. After C, it goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then you're back to C. The notes on the top, if it's slightly to the right, then that note is called a sharp. So this note is called C sharp here. If the note is to the left, then it's called a flat. So C sharp is also called D flat, because it's D slightly to the left. Like this note is called D sharp and E flat. And then you've got F sharp, G sharp and A sharp, or G flat, A flat and B flat. Learning which notes are which does take a bit of a while, but it took me quite a long time as well. And you just have to keep memorising the notes. But there are only 11 different notes, so it is quite simple. There are a few techniques that are specialised, so you can only do them on the marimba and similar instruments. One of these is the roll. Put your 2 mallet heads in the centre of the note and just lift them up and hit. Like this. You can start slow at first, but then you can get faster. Make sure they're at the centre, under the tubes, which are called resonators, that resonate the note. It is quite hard at first, so I definitely would recommend doing it slowly. And then you can get faster. But one of the most important things of doing that is that the notes are even. And this roll is not like a drum roll at all. You hold the sticks firmly in your hands, and you don't drop them or let go of them. You just hit it like this. Another technique is called the glissando. How you do this can vary. So, some ways are like, but you could also apply a bit more pressure. And some people even do it like this. Because there are lots of different ways to do it. And all you really just need to do is sort of, that you can start on a set note and end on a set note. So from C to C, you could go, or you could either, there are lots of different ways to do it. So you can just experiment with this. And sometimes in songs, this will be denoted as a line with squiggles in it. And that doesn't mean you go, that means you just, like on a piano. As you progress a bit further, you might find that there's a chord that's very hard to play, the B chord. You could either play it like this, or like this. So the two outer mallets on the B, and these two mallets on the E flat and F sharp. There are no other ways to play this chord that I know of, but these are the easiest ways to do it, and this is a problem that happens to a lot of people. To finish things up, I'll talk about the types of mallets. There are many different types of mallets when you're playing marimba. These are softer ones, made out of wool or yarn, but there are harder ones you can get. I don't have any. I would recommend playing with the same type of mallets, and harder ones if you want a louder sound. But you can just lift your mallets higher if you want a louder sound, like, as opposed to, but the harder mallets do help a lot. Thank you everyone for watching so far, and goodbye.